Assalamu alaikum. I am Varda Saqib, your science teacher. Let's start our chapter 4, that is more about the particle theory. In this chapter, beta, you will learn about the use of the particle theory of matter to explain the process of diffusion. You will also learn about the use of the particle theory of matter to explain the properties of the three types of the matter, that is solid, liquids and gases, and the changes of state as well. In order to start the particle theory of matter, first we must know what is matter. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies the space. Matter is of two types. You can say living matter, as like you, me, plants, all the microorganisms, mean living things. Living things are called living matter, and non-living things are called non-living matter, like solid, water, gas, chair, pencil. These are the example of the non-living matter. Most of the matter in our world can be found in three phases, that is solid, liquid and gas. And you can observe the particle arrangement of the solid, liquid and gas. In solid, the particles are very close to each other. In a liquid, they have little bit gap, and in the gas, the particles are very far from each other. In order to understand the particle nature of the matter, we must know about the two phenomena. The first phenomena is the Brownian motion. It was proposed by the scientist Robert Brown in 1827. He observed the movement of the dead pollen grains in the water, and he thought that these pollen grains are moving by themselves. But actually it was not happened. About 80 years later, another scientist, Albert Einstein, explained that the pollen grains were moving because they were being bombarded by the moving water particles. It means Brownian motion and next the process of diffusion provide a strong evidence for the particle nature of matter, means matter is made up of particles. The next process or the phenomena, the process of diffusion, gives us a strong evidence to understand the nature of the matter, means matter is made up of particles. You know, the diffusion, the movement of the particles from a higher concentration to a lower concentration is called diffusion. You can observe over here the particles are moving where they are large in number to that area where they are less in number. You can easily observe such type of example in your home. You can smell the cooked food from in your living room. Actually the smell is coming from the kitchen where there is a large concentration of the smell of the food, and these particles are moving from kitchen to your living room. In this way, these two phenomena, Brownian motion and diffusion, are giving us strong evidence, yes, matter is made up of particles. Let's know how does the particle nature of matter help us to understand the properties of the solids, liquid and gases on the base of arrangement and movement of particles. Over here, look towards the solid. A solid has a rigid structure, fixed shape and a fixed volume, and it can't be compressed because in the solid the particles have a regular pattern and they are very close to each other and they have very strong force of attraction. The liquids have no rigid structure, they don't have fixed shape, but they have fixed volume and they can't be compressed or squashed. Actually in the liquids there is a gap between the particles and they are not arranged in any regular pattern and they have weak force of attraction, that's why they don't have any fixed shape. In the gas is not rigid, it has no fixed shape and no fixed volume, but gas can be compressed because in the gas the particles have large distances, they have very weak force of attraction, that's why they can spread very quickly. It means on the base of the particle nature of the matter, you can observe in the solid, liquid and the gas, which are the three states of the liquid, only these change in the state and you can say the position, arrangement and the movement of particles. Now we will discuss the processes which are involved during change in state of matter. First process, the melting, in which solid changes into liquid, and the temperature which helps to change the solid into liquid, that temperature is called the melting point. Point mean temperature. And solid changes into gas, that process is called sublimation. Liquid changes into gas, that process is called evaporation. During these processes, heat is absorbed from the surrounding. That's why the temperature of the matter increases. And when liquid changes into solid, that process is called solidification or the freezing. When gas changes into liquid, that process is called condensation or cooling. And when gas changes directly into solid without any involvement of the liquid state, that process is called sublimation. During these three processes, means solidification or freezing, condensation, sublimation, heat is going to release towards the surrounding. So these are the processes which are involved during change in state of matter. Over here you can observe the processes like melting, and I have shown you the solid. In the solid the particles are very close to each other, but when solid going to change into liquid, they are far apart from each other. What happens? Actually on heating, heat energy is absorbed and heat energy is converted into kinetic energy, which increase the movement of the particles, and they start to vibrate quickly and they start to separate from each other. And this happens due to increase in temperature. Over here, solidification or the freezing, the liquid changes into solid state. Look over here, in the liquid the particles have large distances, but when liquid changes into solid, you can observe the particles are coming close to each other. Actually what happens, intermolecular forces at the point of solidification increases, and the particles don't have enough energy to move around freely, and that's why they start to move slowly. Particles can only vibrate around a fixed position, forming a solid. Over here these are also boiling and evaporation are the physical processes which are involved for the change in state. Let's do the comparison of the boiling and the evaporation. Boiling occurs at only boiling point, and the evaporation occurs at below temperature than boiling point. Boiling occurs throughout the liquid, but evaporation occurs only on the surface of the liquid. Boiling up happens quickly, but evaporation takes time. And the temperature during the boiling remains constant, but during evaporation, heat is absorbed out of the environment. Hope so, students. Now you have very clear concept regarding the nature of the matter. Yes, matter is made up of small discrete particles. During the change in state of the matter, only the position, movement and the arrangement of particles change. Okay, this was all about your chapter. Hope so now your concept is clear. Thank you, bachcho.